if you've been following what's been going on in the world, you would know that people are not too happy about Israel's role in America. They don't like the fact that they've been meddling in our politics, and people are starting to wake up to the fact that, you know what, Israel, or I should say Jewish people in America, own a lot of businesses in America. Now, they own a lot of businesses that affect you. Like, people are starting to wake up to the fact that maybe this is just too much. Me being a new creator on TikTok, I've already seen what they're doing. There's been a lot of chatter about them kind of stifling information, right? Stifling free speech because they don't like the criticism that people give Israel. They try to label it anti-Semitism whenever you criticize them. Really not too much different than when you hear people call you a racist. So that's the way people shut you down. They'll use these name calling, right? These hot topic name calling, call you a conspiracy theorist. They call you a racist. And in this case, they call you anti-Semitic because you have criticisms. And the problem I see here is another long line of things that have to happen in order for, prophecy in the Bible to eventually take place. Right now, they're kind of overstepping in America, and I don't think a lot of people like that. They don't like them putting their hands in politics. Not only is a foreign country trying to stifle our speech and what we say to each other and our ideas, but the simple fact that it's also a one certain race of people is doing that, which in itself is kind of weird. They are being very tyrant-like with us, and this is our country. You know what I mean? And I don't have a problem with Jews or any of that stuff. Like, when we talk about these things, we look at it as the government. Now, some of these financiers are billionaires and they're citizens, but they're obviously have close ties to the government over there, and they believe in the Zionist agenda, which is very ruthless. If you really think about it, it's a very ruthless agenda because they want to basically exist in a way where they don't care about anybody else. And I don't think that's the way you go about things. Like, I believe Israel should exist. I believe that land is theirs. But at the same time, I don't believe that they need to force Americans to go along with their way of thinking. I don't think they need to do that. And they shouldn't require that of us, because what you end up doing is you make people aware of you and you make people upset at you. They spy on our own CIA. They're going to start spying on the American people, which they already are, because people that are on TikTok or any of these, you give up your rights once you decide to be on these social media apps. So they're studying you too. And where this leads, to me, is you should be more afraid of that. Where does this lead to? Some type of social credit score? Is it going to be something like that's happening in the UK, where if you criticize Israel, you're blacklisted? Maybe you can't bank anymore like they did at Kanye West, which I thought was wrong. Where does this lead? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And as a Christian, you're going to get rounded up someday. You have to understand that. That's what you've been told, because that's what's in the Bible. I'm a Bible reader, okay? Just to let you guys know. Doesn't make me a scholar, but I do know some things very well. And at some point, Christians, everyone turns on the Christian. And maybe this is part of it, because a lot of people are going to turn on Israel, because that's also what's prophesied. People are going to turn on Israel. Then a lot of people turn on the Christians. And I can't say for certain, but the way it seems to me that it is going to be a Jewish-led thing. It's going to be, the reason why Christians get turned on is because atheists don't like us. A lot of the world doesn't like us. And then if you have the Antichrist, when he's walking the earth, and he is or will be a Jew, he is not going to like Christians. So he's going to ask everyone to basically accept him. So that's going to happen at some point. But before we even get into that, because that's down the road sometime. I don't know how far, but it's down the road sometime. I can't predict those things. No one should ever try. I can't. But what I can say is this guy right here, Larry Ellison, the guy you're seeing on the screen right now, this guy has bought up TikTok. And I made videos that have now since been taken down because they've had Tucker Carlson's face on them, because they have a hashtag that says Tucker Carlson. That's already showing you they've already started to implement certain keywords, which they always have. But now, since it's Jewish owned now, they're going to look to say, well, anyone that mentions Israel in any critical way, we're just going to get rid of their video. So like I said, that's too much power. That's dangerous. That's allowing a foreign country to try to set the rules for us and the standards for us. And I think that in itself is dangerous. Anyways, please go watch my other podcasts. They're not being pushed for these very reasons. My latest episodes, my last 3 episodes, because they have to do with a lot of these hot topic, hot button issues. So YouTube is not pushing them as much, but you can still, if you heard this video, which should get some push, I would encourage you to go to my YouTube page and hear my podcast. I mean, it is a video, but my videos are all like this. So if you're not into that, it's fine. I would say listen to it. It's a podcast. So, listen to your on your way to work or wherever you're going, whenever you have free time. I encourage you to do that. It helps my channel grow. And I thank you for that. So God bless.